What's up everyone, John from ARTV. It's time for a review of the 5th studio album by rock band Shinedown. It's called Threat to Survival. It's the follow-up to 2012's Amaryllis, an album that I really enjoyed. Now, if you're not already doing so, find me on all of my social media links, which are down below in the description. And of course, right here, click right over here or that link in the description if you would like to check out the podcast that I am a part of. It's called Mad Sounds. It's over on Spin It Reviews. We already have 3 episodes out, so if you have not checked that out already, definitely check it out. I highly recommend our last episode that we did with Viral Rack, who will potentially be a new full-time co-host. Thought it turned out hilarious, so if you would like to check that out, click right here or the link in the description down below. Now, over the years, I have found that Shinedown are one of my favorite bands in the world of rock music, at least in mainstream rock music. They're probably my favorite band that continuously scores hits on the mainstream rock charts, and boy, do they score hit after hit. In fact, every single one of their singles has landed in the top 5 of the mainstream rock charts, which is unheard of, especially the new song, Cut the Cord, which has topped the charts for a record-breaking 11 weeks. I first got into Shinedown in 2005, their album Us and Them, one of the first probably 20 albums that I ever owned. Love that album along with Leave a Whisper. There's some great stuff on there, but I think they even improved upon that even more with albums like Sound of Madness and Amaryllis, things that I still come back to and listen to this day, which is probably why they're my favorite mainstream rock band. On this new album, they definitely went for a little bit of a change. They went in a poppier direction half the time, and then they tried out some other new things, adding in some extra outside instrumentation, a few different sounds that you maybe wouldn't expect to hear on a Shinedown album, but I was kind of excited for it. I heard songs like Black Cadillac, which is the first one that really got me excited for this album, although I did come around on Cut the Cord. It's one that took some time to grow on me, but Black Cadillac is just the first one that caught my attention. It's something about it, just the way it opens up, it's got this nice keyboard build to it, adding in this steady drum rhythm before really crashing into that towering chorus that just harkens me back to like 2005. It takes me back to a different time. It's one of the best choruses on this thing, and I think if you've ever liked this band at all at any point in your life, you're gonna definitely cherish the bridge on this track because it is spectacular. I went into this record with a totally open mind, I think, and I heard that Bryn Smith, the lead singer of this band, had said that his writing this time around was meant to be more blunt, more straightforward in your face, rather than some of the poetic stylings that we'd seen from him on his past 2 records. So I wasn't exactly sure what that meant, but then we got Cut the Cord, the lead single here. It's definitely a good rocking tune. I understand why it was released as the lead-off single, and it's definitely gotten its job done. It's reached, like I said, 11 weeks straight on the mainstream rock charts. Who knows how long it'll stay there. Hit after hit, and Cut the Cord adds another change of pace for these guys. It adds in some light electronic elements, some soaring guitar riffs, and then some gospel-style backing vocals on the chorus of this thing. Can I get a witness? Unfortunately, I'm seeing parts of Threat to Survival as kind of a disconnect for this band. A record that sees pretty shiny objects scattered all over the place, and as a result, goes in a lot of different directions. Look at the mediocre tracks like It All Adds Up and State of My Head, for example. Add has this predictable light start to it before building swiftly into this booming chorus, and I think the main problem and the thing that irks me about it is just that the lyrical content is so safe. State of My Head isn't a bad track per se, and I definitely don't mind the band's foray into pop territory. It's just that they can clearly do it in much more interesting ways, as proved with some of the tracks like Thick as Thieves that we'll get to in just a minute. The chorus is well constructed and very, very catchy. I'm definitely going to give them props for that. It's just that I don't care for the vocal manipulations here, and the fact that the instrumental just feels very tame, very stiff. I'm just not a fan. Shinedown get a little soulful on us on the track Oblivion, one that I didn't really expect there. A tune that definitely, though, seems like it wants to be menacing, but at the same time doesn't seem like it has the spine to do so. Although I really do like this band, there's still a certain charm to this track that keeps me from truly disliking it. Smith's voice at least sounds genuine here, and the keyboards sound great. The keys just added in like after the second hook on this thing, I think it was, during the bridge of the track. They just sound really good here, and I think there's other guitar moments that stand out to to me and sound nice, so I do think that this track is going to continue to grow on me. The band put a lot of emphasis on the tune Dangerous while out promoting Threat to Survival in interviews and that sort of thing, and I have to say that it actually turned out pretty good. It's a likable enough tune that embraces a lot of the things that Shinedown have seemingly been always all about. Confidence, enigma, and a never back down styled attitude really carry this tune, as Barry Kirk actually lays down some of the best drum beats that I've seen him do on this entire record, and then Zach Myers comes in with a nice short little guitar solo, something that I would have liked to have seen a whole lot more of. If there's one major complaint that I have for this record, it's just that it's lacking guitar. Zach Myers can kill it. I've seen him shred, and I know that he's capable of so much more, and it just seems like he's kind of reserved on this record. It's like he's holding something back just for the sake of having some poppier tunes, and he's been with this band since 2005. We've seen him give some great performances, so I hope next time around he'll get a little bit more of the spotlight. One of my favorite moments comes in the form of the driving opener Asking For It. You've got a killer drum and guitar combo here on this track, paired up against Smith's strong vocals and a song that's all about getting what's coming to you. Maybe you were being a little bit arrogant, maybe you were running that mouth off a little bit too much, maybe you were asking for it. Later in the record, we see the band putting some poppy elements in a tune, but to much more satisfying results. Thick as Thieves is the track in question here, and it's built off of this stomp, clap-styled rhythm and a vocal loop which plays out to surprisingly good results. It's got kind of an emotional compass guiding this tune, and I like that about it. I like that it seems genuine. It seems like he's overcoming these dark thoughts that he's having because he made a mistake or something like that, and now he's reminiscing on all these memories, and it just seems so kind and good-hearted. I believe that his intentions are good on this track, and it's kind of hard to sell me on something like that, especially when I've heard so many songs in this vein and this genre, so it's definitely a big compliment for this track, one of my favorites on the album. Misfits went for a similar vibe, but lives in the shadows compared to what they've accomplished in the past in terms of heartfelt tunes. Just look what they accomplished on Sound of Madness. You've got Crow and the Butterfly, my favorite Shinedown song that is just absolutely gorgeous, built off of a dream that Brent Smith had, turned into a majestic song. Hell, I'd say Amaryllis, their 2012 record, did a great job of even building on that and even adding in more emotionally charged songs. I'll Follow You is just a soaring tune that's beautiful, and then of course you've got Through the Ghost, which adds in those symphonic elements to send chills down the spine every single time. What am I getting at? Basically, Misfits has a lot to live up to. Does it? Not quite. It's earnest enough, but it just seems like it's stretching with its story, and I don't exactly see this as being the strongest closer for the record. I'm slightly disappointed in this record in the sense that it's a step down in quality from Amaryllis. This is my favorite mainstream rock band, and I definitely had high expectations for it considering they normally deliver great songs in a genre that often takes quantity over quality, and they did deliver a lot of good tunes on here, some great ones at that, and I definitely think that this is an album that's going to grow on me more. I just don't know how long it's going to stay in rotation. It's definitely not something that I see staying in my mind as long as something like Leave a Whisper or Us and Them or even Amaryllis. For me personally, the new record Threat to Survival by Shinedown is getting a 3.5. So if you've heard Threat to Survival by rock band Shinedown, let me know your thoughts on it in the comments section down below, and while you're there, let's go ahead and smash that like button, in fact destroy it. Let's see if we can get to 150 likes on this video. Is it doable? I think so. Thanks so much for watching. If there's other videos you'd like to see me tackle in the form of an album review, sound off in the comments, upvote some of the ones that you see, you like, you really want me to cover. I've got a very busy week coming up for you guys with lots of reviews, including possibly Motion City Soundtrack, Churches, The Dead Weather, Kurt Vile, you name it, I've got it coming. So make sure you subscribe, because friends don't let friends go unsubscribed. I'll see you very soon right here on ARTV.